Hello, my name is Colleen Zubik, and I had the pleasure of coming to Gunnison because of Rural Philanthropy Days here and the Gunnison Community Foundation to do a presentation called Great Strategic Planning for Mission Impact. So I'd like to just give you some highlights of what that presentation is all about. And first of all, you're probably wondering what makes strategic planning great. And so there are a few key elements, the same elements that make it strategic, and that is having real clarity around what your organization's purpose is, who you serve, how you serve them, and the platform you have or the finances you have to do that, as well as having real clarity around what's going on in your community. How do the people you serve, how are they affected by changes in the environment? And what is your role to help those people adjust to those environmental changes and shift your programming to make your programs better and more compatible with the needs of those you serve? And lastly, the other thing that makes strategic planning truly great is having clarity about your ability to produce social value. And that means that the impact that you're making in the community is quantified, you have a way to evaluate and measure it, and also that you have a way to share that with people so that they know the good work that you do and the needs of the people that you serve, and that they have an option to get involved as well. So when we talk about strategic planning, generally it's anchored in strategic principles of vision, mission, and values. And while some people confuse these, they really have three different purposes. Your values are your moral compass for setting your agenda as a nonprofit organization. Your mission basically answers the question, what good for whom? And that's something that everybody should be able to see a brief statement, a succinct statement that is your mission statement, and understand the good you provide. And the vision are the results that you would like to see in the community because of the work that you do on reaching mission. So this anchors your planning, and that's your first step, is to have clarity on that. Your second step is to understand the environment in which you work. So stakeholder input is essential in strategic planning, and that can involve knowing more about the people you serve, or having more data about conditions that affect the people that you serve, or the reasons that your organization exists, and just getting feedback from your community about things that are going well, things they would like to see different, so that you can have additional input into the plans that you are making to make your organizational strong to meet its mission. Another key component that is not external facing that you'll learn about in the presentation is internal assessment. So what is your capacity to do good? What is your capacity to meet the demands of those you serve? And really having clarity about the different components of your organization, from your ability to have a strong, engaged board, to do budgeting, to have programs that are really relevant in your community. These are all critical things to assess before beginning to set goals. The next step with strategic planning is that we cover as well is identifying the goals or the results that your organization wants to see within 3 to 5 years. These are the big things that you will work hard to make a difference in, and they should be measurable. And we talk about that in the presentation as well. So setting goals that address priorities for the community and for your organization, and then having really specific information that supports those goals. What are the stepping stones to meet those goals? What are the action items that will achieve those stepping stones? Who's going to do that work? And what's the timeline for getting it done? And very importantly, what is the metric or what is the benchmark so you will know when you've been successful? No plan is complete without an ability to monitor and share the plan, and those are other components of the presentation. There are lots of tools embedded in that presentation that will help you to make the plan an easy communications tool for both your board and staff, but also for the broader community. So those are things that will make the whole strategic planning process more valuable to everybody. So as you get ready to do strategic planning, here are some key questions that you might want to consider that will help you know if full strategic planning is for you. Ask yourself, how well do you understand the community in which you operate, and what's your organizational niche? And then, how clear are you about the needs of the constituents? Have you been doing similar programming for a long time, and have conditions changed? This will help you develop greater impact for your organization. And have you reviewed your mission and vision and value statement to coincide with those changes, or new ideas, new innovations you have to do more with your mission? That's worth looking at too. And then what should your goals be for the next 3 to 5 years? If you have finished a strategic plan, or if you don't have one started yet, these are all questions that can get you into the strategic planning process that's outlined in the slides. And ultimately, all these things can both help make your organization more focused, more aligned, and ultimately more relevant to the community in which you operate and for whom you're existing to do greater good. Thank you.